All right, here we are, guys, setting up for hole number 9. Cat, epoch 7. So what we're going to do, and should be a pretty strong side wind on this hole, which will make this a little bit more challenging. One of the things you can do, especially with epoch 4, for instance, you can just play a royal ball, dead ball. What I'm going to do is just a kingmaker, and I'm going to basically, play it with epoch 4, epoch 5 spin. So that's the exact spin that I'm basically using is what I use for those clubs. It should be more or less, hopefully, in the ballpark. You can see that I'm kind of going to try to make sure that I land up here, which is going to be about 8 rings from here, 5, right by the water here. So I'm also going to go landscape. What that's going to allow me to do is get it back down to the left kind of as much as possible. So let's take a look how this looks. So far, so good. Just clips the rough. It's going to keep the drive a little bit shorter when that happens. What you'd ideally like to do is just creep it on. And you'll have to just creep it on too. And when you just creep it, had I hit perfect ball, I probably would have had it. So, the difference between perfect ball and great, you can see that it kind of shoots off towards the right and, just lands just a little bit too much on the rough with that. You're definitely going to have a varying needle as well, so you won't get the exact same shot every single time you play it, but you can see more or less kind of, how you're going to want to, and the way that you'll want to approach the second shot is going to be dependent upon, how good your first drive is. So here you can see my opponent actually goes through. So if you want to play super aggressive and get it close to the edge like my opponent did, and as I mentioned, you can see that I'm maybe barely going to be able to get to this spot. So, this is going to be a little bit tougher hole when you need to play it this way with a short drive. There you can see a great ball out towards the left. I'm just trying to make sure that I can hopefully get it to shoot up here, stay off the green. So I'm on the green. I don't know how makeable this putt is, but there you can see with the Cat 7 top spin, this is going to be a very good club. Hammerhead 7, Cat 7. Similarly, you can bring that horizon again, like I said, if the top spin is going to be, you can see how crucial it'll be, because if you can get that bounce on that fairway, and especially if you can, clip that rough, and, that's a shot that you should try to perfect. If you can get the drive longer, you can scale your power back to kind of just trickle it off that rough, because that's the only way you're going to be able to get it to stop with a lot of topspin. And you're going to have to play it. There's never going to be a time where you're not going to be able to topspin it. So, that rough bump is definitely the way that you're going to want to play it. As I mentioned, it'll get easier the longer you drive it. So let's put this in the hole real quick. Perfect ball. Looks like the putt isn't too bad, especially since they flattened this green. Makes things a little bit easier. I might not have even needed perfect ball. I might have great balled in. But there you can see, we're going to be able to make some quick work of this one. Cat 6, Cat 7. The only problem with Cat 6 or even Cat 5, you can get away with. So similarly with Big Dog, you'll just want to kind of full crank it more than not, and you'll try to do some kind of variant of that rough bump. And what will actually be nice with those clubs is it'll actually stop for a pitch, and it might actually be a little bit easier than that putt, just in case. Because then you can just kind of do a full top spin. Ever since they flattened that green out, that pitch is easier than the putt, where it used to be the reverse. You'd rather get to the putt and hope to hit perfect ball, because on the fringe, you could miss perfect ball because of that ridge in front of the hole. But, good luck there. Hopefully you guys found this method of playing, something suitable. It's going to, this is pretty much more or less the way that I'm going to play the setup. Whether I have a Pak 4 or Pak 7, then makes no difference. So it's a very fair setup for all club types. The biggest thing would be, definitely some wind variance could kind of change the way you need to go about doing it. But more or less, this is how I'm going to be playing it. I don't really see anything where I'm going to revise too much. I felt like everything that I did, that's the shot that I'm going to do. So good luck with your guys' rounds. Let me know how it goes and be on the lookout for some revisions. I'll do at least, 2 more sets for you guys, one of which will include a Pak 4. Good luck, guys.